a life coach and motivational speaker.
Coach doesn't fix you. Coach is someone who tells you you're not broken at the first place.
She is helping people achieve their maximum potential.
Life coach is your friend, a person who listens to you, a person who guides you, shows you the right direction, and trust me, the life coach keeps all your matter confidential.
NewsX India A-List proudly recognizes Ashna Dhanuka for excellence in life motivation.
Hello and a very warm welcome to NewsX A-List. Today I'm joined with Ashna Dhanuka. She's a life and confidence coach. A very warm welcome to NewsX, Ashna.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine.
Ashna, first and foremost, let's understand from you what exactly is a life coach.
We all have a potential inside us. A little nudge, a little direction, a little support, and a little coaching is all we need. You know, we are now part of life where everything we all know about ourselves because we are living with our own selves since like birth. So nobody else in the universe know us better than us. So life coach is someone who is professionally trained to help you maximize your potential and help you reach your goal. We all have some sort of goal, but we don't have the right direction or the right plan to take it forward. So here comes the role of a life coach to maximize the potential basically and to help you reach the desired outcome. And you know, the coach doesn't fix you. People, get confused between a coach, therapist, counselor, and things like that. So coach doesn't fix you. Coach is someone who tells you you're not broken at the first place. Yeah.
How do you know that somebody needs a life coach? And are there a particular type of people, who are going through a particular kind of phase in life? Are the ones who need a life coach? How do you identify those?
People have clear plans, people have clear vision, but they don't have direction. Most of us, we have plan. We have a lot of plans inside our head, like we have to do this or that, but we don't have right direction. Some people are revolving around limiting beliefs. Some people are revolving around fear. Some people are revolving around, they don't have self-confidence. They lack self-confidence. So these are the kind of people who need a life coach. And believe me, life coach is not someone, you should be ashamed of hiring or you should be ashamed of telling that I am going along with a life coach. Life coach is your friend, a person who listens to you, a person who guides you, shows you the right direction. And trust me, the life coach keeps all your matter confidential.
That's very important, Ashna. I really want to ask you over here because people have an unfortunate taboo attached to things like these. When we especially talk about psychiatry, when we talk about mental health in any form. Correct. And actually defining a life coach is not really someone who's going to give you a medication. They're just going to help you find a direction which you might not have.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to know, you decided to be a life coach, a motivational speaker. It is not a very commonly picked up profession. What were the hardships that you really faced?
See, life throws a lot of challenges each day. Life threw a lot of stones at me and I kept on finding diamonds in that. For me, I realized challenges is not something that should paralyze you. Challenges are something you should discover yourself who exactly you are. So this process made me discover myself. And while discovering this process, see, initially we all have uninvited guests at home. We open with welcome, we welcome them with open heart and we have to. They are uninvited, but we have to welcome them. So I had one uninvited guest. So I call her Fear Auntie. Fear Auntie. I literally call her Fear Auntie. She creeped inside my head in such a way that from a teenage, she became a permanent resident in my head. So I kept on revolving around that fear. Then I decided one day, if I keep on revolving around the fear, I think I will just go into anxiety or maybe even depression. So I decided to go to the root of the fear and become friends with my fear. We have to become friends with our fear because if we keep on sweeping the fear under the carpet, it becomes a mountain one day. And we have to face that mountain also. So it's better to become friends with the fear and know what exactly the fear is. So I had the fear of rejection and fear of judgment. Believe me, fear of rejection and fear of judgment was something which did not let me move forward. So in the process of knowing myself in this journey, I faced a lot of challenges. As we women especially, we do face a lot of challenges each day. So like I said, Don't let your challenges paralyze you. Just discover who you are. And I believe like we all human have a personal calling and it's unique like a fingerprint. Yeah.
So, as you just mentioned, being a woman, you tend to face a certain set of difficulties, and society is changing a lot now. We would give it to them, but it's still in a lot of ways we do find that in certain sectors they're still very male dominated. Did you face any such kind of difficulties and other things that you've overcome, which you would like to share with us?
See, we women are all rounder by default, and we have to face and tackle and nurture different areas of life. Like men, they don't have to answer, they don't have to be answerable, like what are you doing, where are you going, what exactly you're doing, why, when, what. These are hundred of questions thrown to us, like we women. I hope you agree with this, even you're women working outside. So I faced a lot of, people used to tell me she's not good at it. How can she become a life coach at so young age? Like, she must be kidding. Like she's on a mission to change the world. Look at her. Like she's too young. I'm not, ashamed to disclose my age. She's just 31 and
She did not take you seriously for the kind of job that
they did not take me seriously. And I faced a lot of criticism. People cribbed about me. And I was, what was expected from me was you have to please everybody, you have to satisfy everybody. On the process of doing everything, maybe some people will not like us, some people, we are too loud for somebody, too soft for somebody, and too edgy for somebody, too rude for somebody. So I will just say, if you keep your edges round, you'll miss on your edges. Believe me, you'll miss on your edges. So what I feel is, do know your worth, do what is correct for you, and just master what you're good at, and then the universe is open to you. The day when I was, doing all this process and I was struggling. See, no success story is just from A to Z. You can't just achieve at a go. You need a lot of hard work, determination, consistency. At times I used to feel I should quit, it's not my job, since I did my certification course from Jay Shetty, so India time was at night, like 11:30 p.m. to I used to attend live classes. My parents used to tell me, what are you doing? You have a small kid. Look after your kid. It's not your age to do all this. Come on, be serious with life. They did not trust the process. But today, when I feel that I loved myself during my struggling phase and the universe is open to me today. I am here with Newsx. So this is an achievement for me. Yeah.
So that's exactly what I would want to ask you. Failures are something where people tend to just give up. As someone starts going through a downhill, it's, and it's understandable because it's very difficult to put yourself together when you're going through a bad time. What should a person do? What should they look at? That's where I think a life coach really would help a person.
I urge people to understand this one point. Failure is not opposite to success, or success is not opposite to failure. They are part of each other. Failure and success go hand in hand. When we do not fail, we actually don't know what are we and what are we lacking, or what improvement we should make in our life. We really don't know. So I urge people to understand this one point, that failure is a part of success. Know your worth is what I tell everybody. You are you, and that is your superpower. Like I said, we have our own personal calling and it's unique like a fingerprint. What we do is we try to duplicate, we try to be like somebody else, and we don't try to take our capabilities and our abilities and move forward. This is the biggest mistake we end up doing. So failure and success is part of each other, and we have to gracefully handle each.
Yeah, until unless you do not achieve one, you don't know how the other feels.
Exactly.
Interestingly, you've written an ebook also, which is called Your Impression Has Power.
Your Imperfection Has Power. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about your book?
I realized very late that being imperfect is being wonderful. I used to feel I am not perfect like someone else. I used to, just feel like she's doing wonderfully. Why am I not doing? On the journey of this life coach process from Jay Shetty, I realized that being imperfect has a lot of power. You have to enjoy the imperfect, messy, beautiful journey of life your way. So in my book, I tell everybody about self-confidence, about people pleasing, that you should not go and please people. Apologize for your mistakes. Apologize for unintentionally hurting somebody. Apologize for not being ethical and not, continuing with the value. That is totally okay. But do not apologize for who you are. Know your worth. And one thing I've told in my ebook is, without your consent, nobody can make you feel inferior. Nobody else, can make you feel inferior without your consent. So your consent is everything you have to give yourself. Approve yourself. We don't approve ourselves. We always feel we are not worth it or we are not able to do. Approve yourself. Know your worth. That's all my ebook tells. That's elaborated way my ebook tells, and it's wonderful. I encourage everyone to get an ebook of mine. You'll know how I started my journey. I was not, very confident. I was not very, I was very shy on telling anything to anybody. My feelings I used to share, I used to think, what will the other person think? But one thing I'll say, defaming is something which is mostly done especially for a woman. I think you'll agree with this too. We have to face a lot of defaming when we go out and work. And defaming is something which is done by people who know you, maybe a relative or a friend or your colleague. And why they defame you is they're sad seeing your progress. They are sad, like how wonderfully you're doing and how could you do that? Defaming is done that. So now I realize, I tell people, negativity and haters is just like tax. The more money we make, the more tax we have to pay. So the more lovers and followers and support we get from the universe, the more negativity we have to face, and that we have to do it very gracefully. Yeah.
That is, I think, on that very interesting note, we will end this interview. But very, very interestingly put together, that the more good luck that you get to yourself, you will also attract a lot of negativity. But therein comes in someone like Ashna, a life coach, and people important during the pandemic have faced a lot of mental health issues. So such things are important in life. Do go ahead and have a look at her ebook. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you so much. Pleasure was all mine.